This is Bill Waterhouse at his incredible Wombat sanctuary.
In beautiful Majors Creek, here in front of you with the Monga mist drifting in, following, what's it been, 10 inches of rain. It's 140 millimetres, I think, no, it's 240 millimetres of rainfall. That's nearly a foot of rain following 3 months of bushfires, which followed a year of drought. So we've only got pestilence to go, and I think we've covered the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which is a bit how it feels, really, I think.
Yeah.
So we're, as wonderful as the rain is, and look, this green grass has just arrived almost overnight, because this was a wasteland 3 weeks ago, and it was pretty awful, the drought, and then the fires on top of that was just been horrendous. But the thing with the rain is that it's washing a lot of the topsoil away. The drought and the fires have meant that the topsoil's back down to nothing, and then the ash on top of it has meant that these large heavy storms is washing a lot of the debris off the rain, off the
right into the causeways,
into the creeks, into the rivers. So they're going to be very, very dirty with ash and all the debris left over from fires. And you know, fires burn everything. So what ends up in the water is everything from the forests, including, well, dead animals, I guess, including anything at all that was out there that's now burned.
And so you guys have been hearing about some wombats today as well that were...
Yeah, well, the rains has meant that the areas of the fire ground, now any wombats that survived were underground, and now when the rains come like this, a lot of wombat burrows get flooded, and the mothers often can drown. And we brought one wombat in last night who was picked up out of a dam, literally, part drowned, and she might come good, so she's about this big. So she was brought to us at 9 o'clock last night, and then we've had 2 phone calls today, both of whom are animals that we can't get at. So one's about the same size as that one, and the other one's a little one, this big. Mothers are gone. People have got them, they're looking after them, but they don't know how to look after them, and they are both cut off by different creeks.
Yeah.
So they're all on the same fire ground off in the distance over here, and there's multiple creeks that come off the national park, sweep down and wash across the roads, and the roads are blocked. And so one animal's between these 2 creeks and another animal's between these 2 creeks, and the people can't get out to bring us the animals, so that's a bit frustrating just today.
And they're both pretty young.
They're both pretty young, and they need attention.
Yeah.
If they've been in water, they've probably got some sort of problem. Well, it would be aspirational pneumonia, water in the lungs, which often develops into an infection with wombats. Then they can't feed properly, etc., and it just builds on itself. So we need to get them, and we need to get veterinary care and some antibiotics into them. So we've seriously, in all of these fires, we've saved a handful of animals. They've found 16 koalas in multiple sites. We've found about 20 injured kangaroos, burns, that kind of stuff, and a handful of wombats have come off the fire ground, because out on the fire ground they're all dead. It's as simple as that. They all died. They were very, very hot fires. We're very worried about the greater glider populations in the fire ground over to our west, and that was quite a famous place for a threatened species, and we're very worried about them. And of course, across in the Monga National Park, large populations of lyrebirds and bush turkeys and quolls, lots of ground animals that we've not found any. There's a few lyrebirds survived on the edges, but you know, they're all special animals. They all deserve a go. And if we can find them, if we could just get in and find them, we've got half a chance of saving them. There's not enough of us. There's not enough government support. In fact, there's no government support.
If you had a call out to the people, what would you say? What do you guys need?
What do we need? We need government action. Like we've just had none. And it's not just about money. It's about people on the ground. It's about people who help. It's about sending people into the national parks to find the animals that are injured, not just go in with the RSPCA and a gun and shoot anything they can find.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We need people who can save the handful of animals.
Yeah.
We don't need 1 million 1080 baits being dropped to try to decimate feral animals, because it's not just feral animals that take the poisons. Any animal that eats meat will take those poisons, including the very, very beautiful wedge-tailed eagles and all our hawks and all our owls and all our reptiles, all meat eaters. Even good old little magpies eat meat, and crows. They're all meat eaters, and they'll all die from this 1080 poisons if they scatter them all over the state like they're saying. That we don't need that. We've got to recover from this. We don't need to decimate populations on top of
it's
the
not
decimation.
time for that.
It's just appalling timing.
Yeah.
And if that's the government intervention, well, we need a different government. I don't know what I'm crying out for. I think I'm calling out for just an improved awareness of the wild animals that need our help just right now. Australians are pretty tough people. And they're tough on each other, let alone tough on native animals.
Yeah.
But just right now, we just got to be a little bit more humane, I think.
Yeah. I love that.
It's not just about money. It's about kind of
an awareness,
a regard,
and a generosity.
A bit of help.
Yeah.
And people are generous to a fault. I can't believe the generosity that's come from good old ordinary human beings from all over the world.
Yeah.
From all over the world, yourself included. Some wonderful people have come to help. We've had a politician come, middle of the night, brought this load of feed down. Greens politician from the upper house in New South Wales, wonderful woman, brought her offsider, travelled from Sydney all the way down to Cooma and then back again, delivering food. She is doing something. I haven't seen hide nor hair of anyone else, including paid government officials. So there's no help. The only help we'll get is from the generous public. And good on you. Thank you.
Yeah.